Tom also wants a father. Tom and his friends at Hoopoe Land are standing at the rickety green gate. They look up the street, they look down the street. They are waiting for Tumelu's father. He works at the nursery and he will be delivering 2 career trees to Hoopoe Land. Career trees cast a cool shade where they can play. "There's my dad!" Tumelu shouts excitedly. The breeze is blowing lightly. The trees are on the back of the truck. The leaves rustle in the wind. Tumelu looks like his father, tall and slender. Tom wished he knew what his own father looks like. He has never seen his father. His mother does not even have a photo of his father. Grandpa Yusuf helps to unload the trees. He lives on his own in a tin-roofed house next to Hoopoe Land. Tumelu's father and Grandpa Yusuf dig the holes. They wiggle the stones to loosen them. The spade has seen better days. The garden fork is missing a tine again. The heaps grow higher. The holes sink deeper. "Are they looking for worms?" Rachel asks. "No, they're not digging for worms. They are digging deep holes so that we can pour enough water into them. Enough water helps the trees grow faster," Teacher Nancy explains. The children bring water. Some water spills over the rims of the buckets. They pour the water into the holes. Tumelu's father carefully puts the trees into the holes. Grandpa Yusuf fills the holes with spadeful of soil. The sun is hot. Tumelu's father and Grandpa Yusuf wipe the sweat from their faces. The children dance and clap their hands. Tumelu smiles proudly. He hugs his father. Tom wishes for a father who can plant trees. Now it is back to class. At break time, we can water the trees again, Teacher Nancy says. Grandpa Yusuf waves them goodbye with his faded floppy hat. He walks home whistling. Tumelu's father gets into the truck and drives back to the nursery. The children hurry back to class. Only Tom remains behind. He wonders whether his father also owns a truck. Suddenly, Tom starts kicking the career tree. He tears off a branch. He strips off the leaves. He hurts his hands. The scratches burn. "Teacher, look what Tom is doing!" Rachel's little sister shouts. Grandpa Yusuf looks back. He stops whistling. Tom starts running. He stumbles. He falls to the ground and stays down. "I want a father too. I want a father too," he cries. He slams the ground with his fists and kicks with his feet. Teacher Nancy reaches out her hand. "Come, Tom, we are going to class," she says in her teacher's voice. Tom knows when Teacher Nancy speaks with that tone of voice, he must obey. His nose is running in streaks down his dusty face. Teacher Nancy pours lukewarm water into a basin. She washes his face and hands. She puts soothing hand cream on the scratches. Tom sniffs. "My hands smell like my mother's now. She never says anything about my father." The children flock around Teacher Nancy and Tom. "Why are Tom's hands scratched, Teacher?" Samuel wants to know. Teacher Nancy's voice trembles. "Tom was hurt," she says. "Do you have a father, Teacher?" Tom asks with a downcast look. Tears well up in Teacher Nancy's eyes. Yes, Tom. But he passed away a long time ago. My father is also dead, teacher, Nina says and nudges tightly against teacher Nancy. Rachel wipes her nose with the back of her hand. We never see our father. He's living with another lady. Grandpa John is our father now. Both my parents passed away, Sebete says. My big sister takes care of me now. He fidgets with the collar of his shirt. Fatima twirls her long ponytail around her finger. My father looks like Grandpa Yusuf, but he wears a dress. My mother has green eyes like me, she says. Samuel ruffles his brown hair. I have 3 mothers only. 3? All the children ask at the same time, staring at Samuel. Samuel smiles proudly. I had a birth mother, but she is no longer alive. I have 2 more mothers, Mama Sarah and Mama Lee. They adopted me. Tom looks at teacher Nancy. Do you also have that many mothers? Teacher Nancy just shakes her head and takes her place in front of the class. Come, she says. It's time to start our exercises. Every morning at Hoopoe Land, they do exercises. Teacher Nancy says exercise helps them to get rid of the jiggles. Without the jiggles, they think and work better. Lie down flat on your backs and close your eyes. Obediently, the children lie down on the carpet. Today, we are walking in a forest with tall, lofty trees. Her voice is soft and peaceful. Listen to the rustling leaves. Shh, shh. Listen. The doves are singing in the treetops. Kurr, 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 kurr. Feel the wind softly blowing your hair. The forest floor smells moist. Slowly walk to the open meadow. A river runs through it. Cup your hands and scoop up a little water. Take a sip. Isn't the water fresh and clean and cool? Lie on your back and look up into the sky. The sun is soft and warm on your skin. Tom imagines floating away on a cloud. Slowly open your eyes. There we are. Take your places at the desks. At break time, Grandpa Yusuf returns whistling. He carries a bucket and a spade. The bucket is rusty. The children run to him. They pull him by the sleeves towards the career trees. The children twitter like little birds, talking and laughing. What are you going to do with a spade, Grandpa Yusuf? We are going to make dams around the trees. Why, Grandpa Yusuf? It keeps the water near the tree trunks and makes the young trees grow stronger. Grandpa Yusuf patiently explains. Joshua, you and Sebete fetch the water, please. He rests his hand on Tom's shoulder. Come, Tom, I want you to help me. Grandpa Yusuf and Tom scrape the soil. They build a wall around each tree. Joshua and Sebete water the trees. Droplets of muddy water splash against their legs. Grandpa Yusuf raises his floppy hat and bows graciously in front of Tom. There we are. Trees have to be cared for. Young ones as well as old ones need water. I need someone to help me, someone strong, someone like you, Tom. Tom hears a hoopoe bird singing. Whoop, 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 whoop. He softly touches a branch of the career tree. Teacher Nancy's hand cream helps, he thinks. It no longer hurts. He sees the cheerful wrinkles on Grandpa Yusuf's face. I will help you, Grandpa Yusuf, he says. Grandpa Yusuf whistles happily, stretching out his hand towards Tom. Tom whistles and takes Grandpa Yusuf's hand.